from class chapter 8, and then chapter number 5, We People Rebel. Now let's begin. The policy and the people. In the policy and the people, we are going to see that what kind of a problem that British government is making, which create a problem for Indian king and queen, tribal people, and the landlord and peasants. Just in a summary, we can say that they create that kind of a rule which makes suffer to the whole people of the India. In the second heading, where Nawab loses their power, here we are going to discuss about the Bahadur Shah Zafar, that we also call him Bahadur Shah II. Here, the Lord Dalhousie declared that the Lord Bahadur Shah Zafar is the last king of the Mughal Empire, which means that Mughal Empire's rule is about to finish in this after Bahadur Shah Zafar is died. Their successors are not going to be called as the Mughal Emperor of India. Second, other kings and queens are facing same problem, just like Rani Lakshmibai is facing a problem, like her adopted son is not accepted by the British government to be the successor of Rani Lakshmibai. Third one is Nana Sahib. Nana Sahib is the Maratha ruler, and the British just finished the post of Peshwa. That post when removed, Nana Sahib is also not being a successor, so he is also facing the same problem. In the next heading, where we are going to discuss what kind of a problem peasants and sepoys are facing. Peasants are facing a problem of very high taxation. Second thing, very rigid method of revenue collection. And the third one, their loss of the land. If they are not able to pay the revenue, they are going to lose their lands. This is the whole scenario of peasants. Now we are discussing about what kind of a problem sepoys, that is soldiers of Indian Army, soldiers of British Army, soldiers of British Army are facing. So they are facing a pay and allowances problem. What is pay and allowances problem? They pay very less amount of salary as compared to the British soldier. Second one is the service of conditions. Service of conditions are really harsh. They need to serve in a very harsh climate, and they don't give any kind of facilities like they have practice their religions and all. That kind of a service problem they are facing. So sepais are not satisfied with their service of condition. And the third one, that religious instability violation. That is, there was the time when people are believe that if they cross the sea, then their religion is going to be loose. So, but in the here we are going to discuss about the Burma War, that Indo-Burma War. It is around 1824, where Indian soldiers are ordered to go to the Burma by the sea route, but Indian people have a fear that if they cross the sea, they are going to lose their religion. So they decided to go by the land, which take more time, but they fought really bravely so that Britishers win that Burma War. And the second one, that company saw that Indian soldiers are not ready to serve across the sea. So they made in 1857. It's 1856. They made a Company Act. Company Act compulsory made it that Indian soldiers need to go across the sea whenever British Army ordered him to go to cross the sea. Third one, British government response to the reform. It is the fourth heading of that chapter. In this particular heading, we are going to discuss about what kind of a policies and reforms British are making, which is hurt Indian sentiments, like passing a law to stop Sati Pratha. Although Sati Pratha is a very cruel activity, but Britishers want to stop it. But it is an Indian faith and belief, and it is a religious sentiment, so people are facing this issue. Second one, they encourage the widow remarriage, which is in the past is accepted as a very bad thing, which is going to be practiced. Third one, Britishers made English language very compulsory for the primary level, which is very hard to understand on that time. This also hurts the sentiments of the people. Last and a very important, that Christian missionary allowed to interfere in the religious practice. Like Christian missionary want that Indians converted to the Christian, so that they get some land revenue benefits and all. And the third one, the mutiny began a popular rebellion. In that we are going to discuss about the tussle between ruler and ruled. Who are the ruler? Ruler are the British government, and the ruled are Indian people. So because of that, there is a state machinery breakdown. Here, three important facts came out as a conclusion. First one, on 29 March 1857, at Barakpur camp, there is a soldier named Mangal Pandey. British government asked him to use that new gun cartridge, which is made. There was a rumor, or we cannot say anything. It is like in reality, it is there. But there was a rumor that that cartridge we need to grease with that a special kind of a fat, which is made of the cow and pig's fat. Second one is that on 9 May 1857, soldiers are united and they kill the British officer and they start moving towards the Delhi. And the third one, they declare as a missionary failures, British Bahadur Shah Zafar, the people declare him as their king. Very important question arises here, that why people involved in this whole scenario. We are going to discuss about why people are involved, because these all the reason: high taxation, rigid revenue system, religious sentiment hurts, sepoys have their pay and allowances problem. They all become united at this point of the time, and gun cartridge issue is become a trigger point. Now let's come on to another heading, that is from Meerut to Delhi. On the 9th May they killed their commanders, and on the 10th May they moved in the morning. They moved towards the Delhi and declared Bahadur Shah Zafar as their king. And the whole India now accepted Bahadur Shah Zafar as their face of the war against the British. So this whole scenario happened here from Meerut to Delhi. And the third one, it is very important that the rebellion spread. Center was Delhi. This is for sure because Bahadur Shah Zafar, who was a Mughal king, he is in Delhi. So there are other centers as well where people fight for their own reason but against the same enemy. That is why this whole rebel become unite. Like from Bihar, there is a Kunwar Singh. He was a local king. From Lucknow, British Qadir become the emperor, and his mother Begum Hazrat Manab, very brave lady, become the commander there. And then the Jhansi, as we all know about it, Rani Lakshmi Bai become the face, and his commander Tatya Tope, they fight really bravely. And for what is the reason for fight? He want her adopted son to become a next king of his territory. Third one, from Faizabad, there was a Maulvi. His name is Ahmadullah Shah. He became another area commander. And at Kanpur, Nana Shah and Tatya Tope become unite, and they fight against the British. And Nana Shah in this fight, they declare himself as a Peshwa. And very important to remember, at Mandala MP, there was a queen named Rani Avanti Bai. She is very brave lady. Only two people in the Indian history, Rani Avanti Bai and Rani Lakshmi Bai, they are praised by the British government that they fight really bravely. They are really brave lady. And then in the last one, the company fights back. If someone going to hurt you or fight against you, you are also going to return. Just like in the Newton's third law of every action has equal and opposite reaction, in that it is the action and it is the reaction. So in the reaction 6 of August 1857, Lieutenant Colonel Tetler called for reinforcement from the England. And September 1857, the main face of Delhi was captured again. Once the Delhi is captured, British start regaining all the other centers. And on the October 58, there is complete British rule again, and Bahadur Shah Zafar and his wife Begum Zeenat, they both sent to the Rangoon. And another rebellion centers are also in the same line from September to October. They are all captured back. Very important keynote is here that now Britishers also realize that to rule the Indian people, it is impossible to rule on the gunpoint. So they want to win the loyalty of the people of India. Because of that, they passed the Government of India Act 1858, which came into the force. Now, what is the aftermath? Aftermath is very important because now East India Company rule is completely end, and British Crown start ruling on their own. Now the British Queen has become the face of the British government. She started ruling here, and there is one special office of Secretary is established, which is, who is the Secretary of State? Secretary of State is the member of British cabinet, and he is directly going to report whatever activity happen in India. Is going to directly report to the British government. Second one, the post of Governor General is removed. In place of Governor General, the officer is now called as Viceroy. And who was the first Viceroy? Lord Canning. Lord Canning was the first Viceroy, and very important here that Lord Canning is the last Governor General of India as well. Next point is that the ruling states, ruling chief or ruling king, whatever you can call him, they give the assurance that their territory will never be going to be annexed by the British government. Means they are going to rule by their own. If there is some problem, British government is going to order some reforms and something, they are going to follow it, but they are not going to be captured. Second last is that army reform. Army reform was that they know that the people sentiment hurt, they unite and they fight, so they reduce the number of Indian people in the army and they increase the Britishers soldiers in their army. The next one is that British government decided that they are not going to interfere in the religious beliefs of the people, because once the religious people of Indian people are going to be hurt, they are again going to be united and they are again going to be rebel. And the last and the very important thing is that the policies are made to protect zamindars and the landlords, because it means that the British government provides some relaxation in the taxation, and landlords to give their areas return back in the reward to fight with them. This is wholesome about the beginning of the Indian independence movement. So to need to know more about it, we need to discuss in another chapter how from 1857 to 1947 the whole Indian independence movement, how it is proceed, and we are going to learn step by step. If any doubt, just let me know. Thank you.